Okay, okay. The third question is, did you make any new friends? And if you did, what was the conversation like?
New friends. What, the birds outside? How
You and
are you
everybody.
gonna meet new? How am I gonna meet new friends when I have to be isolated? Well,
Well,
in a sense.
you go to the grocery store more than you normally do because you're home for a while. So those kind of friends are just people who you wanted to talk with. You finally took time to see them. You know, uh,
Right.
just
Uh,
the general kinds of friends. Like for me, uh, I would go to the newsstand more often than I would if I was on the road. So the guy who was newspaper, he says, "Are you still in town?" Used to go see. Well, I'm not working. Then they understand. It dawns on him that my industry, the gig industry, is no longer functioning. And so we talk about the news. His stand, his newsstand has all these papers from all over the world. I'm like
yeah.
the local newspaper, the New York Times, local newspaper,
Yeah. Right.
and we talk about politics somewhere else that he reads during the course of his job in his newsstand.
Mm.
You know, or the restaurant where I go. I'm eating more meals there in the past year, man, than I did in the past 15 years. So I'm making friends with the cook. My son's a great cook, and we talk about food and recipes, just that kind of stuff. So my question is along those kinds of lines. When you
Right.
have met new friends, and what did you talk about? My friends haven't talked about music at all. It's about what they do for my life, like the newspaper guy and the chef. You know.
Right. Well, I have to tell you that maybe it has to do with life out here in LA as opposed to life in New York, just because the landscape is very
Sure.
different. Um, my wife is the one that used to always go to the store, but now my daughter has gone to the store for us or friends. My wife hasn't even gone. Every once in a while, she'll go to a store. I have not been to a grocery store in over a year.
Okay.
That's one thing. The only place I've been to is Starbucks. Right. And you go in Starbucks, I just say hi to the person that's behind the counter, and there's almost nobody inside because
Yeah.
it's not allowed.
Sure. Yeah.
So basically, I've been in isolation,
Okay.
um, except for the immediate family. So I haven't met any new people,
Okay.
um, ex- except those that I've met through Zoom.
Hmm. Hmm.
Uh, if 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 that's included,
Yeah, of course.
then the, the conversations are just usually it's something we're having to do with business,
Okay.
because just certain things that
Okay.
I am active in terms of work that I'm serious about that I'm doing,
Mm.
and it's not just music per se, but there are things that are related to music. Some new things I'm getting into.
Projects.
Projects. Yes, thank you. That's a word.
We
That's the
speak
one I was looking
differently.
for.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
so there are some new people that have joined on to
Okay.
that I've met,
Yeah.
and
That count. That counts. You know.
oh yeah, 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 yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's,
Okay. The
I mean,
last.
that's, I mean, I have been active just in different ways, but ways that are exciting
Yeah.
actually for me, and hope the output will be exciting for others.
Mm. Mm. Okay. If I look at that word that example from my meeting new
Mhm.
friends, I'm
Yes.
working on some additional books for uh, my library, my publishing company, my library.
Mm.
And that's taken a lot of time to meet new people because I don't know how certain things in the publishing business work.
Oh, I see.
You know,
Yeah.
so my project along that way of meeting strangers meeting me has been necessary to get my project off the ground that I couldn't would have had the time had I been working and working and working and not have time to even make these phone calls.
Right. Right.